Here are 5 huge changes coming to Denver in 2024 that you will not want to miss. Let's rock and roll. Welcome to the channel. My name is Marco Randazzo, and this is everything you need to know about living here in Denver. I relocated from Orlando to Denver about 7 years ago with my wife, and we now live in Arvada. We have 2 beautiful kids, and we just love living out here. So let's go ahead and jump right into the topic. First up, let's take a look at Denver's International Airport and the exciting changes that are coming in 2024. This also includes a groundbreaking addition that is literally trying to redefine the passenger experience. So the budget at the airport started out at around $1.5 billion, but it quickly grew into $2.5 billion. Yeah, that didn't exactly go as planned, but they got the money and I guess they're going to figure it out. And that was billion with a B, yeah. But this is not just about adding more gates. This is including a cutting edge commuter facility, which is going to be located between gates C66 and C67. And this specific facility serves Boutique Air and Denver Air connections, which is going to offer some vital connections to smaller communities in Colorado, out in the Great Plains and in the Rocky Mountain regions. So there's going to be 4 new gates there with comfortable amenities like charging stations, a hub of convenience and connectivity. Plus, there's also going to be new shopping and dining options opening in 2024. So passengers in that area are going to have a lot more to look forward to and things to do. But this expansion is not also just about convenience, it's about sustainability as well. The Denver International Airport is leading the way with rooftop solar panels, which provide lots of energy efficient systems. They're also committed to eco-friendly travel, which is setting a new standard for airports worldwide. So whether you are connecting to a small town or to a big city, the Denver International Airport new commuter facility should make for a more seamless journey. Now, to one of the cons, if you will, about the Denver International Airport, this is kind of a side note, it's kind of far away from the city, especially if you live out west toward the mountains, which is where I live in Arvada. This is where a lot of people want to live, by the way. They want to live close to the mountains. I live right by Stanley Lake. So for some context, it's about a 40-minute drive to get to the airport from my house, and that's with no traffic. Speaking of traffic, if you've ever commuted to the airport, you've probably experienced some stop and go traffic on Pena Boulevard. And that leads me to my second topic of this video, which is another big change coming to Denver, and that is the revamping of Pena Boulevard. So get ready for a massive $51 million makeover of Denver International Airport's Pena Boulevard. And this is kicking off this spring. That's right now, the spring of 2024. And it's going to take about 3 years to be complete. And if my math is right, when the city says it's going to take 3 years to do something, it's probably going to be a lot more than that. So city officials recently greenlit this project, and it's basically trying to tackle the congestion that's happening on that road and bolster the safety on the airport's main artery. There's been about an 80% surge in traffic over the last 30 years with the booming growth of Denver. Why does this project matter? Well, federal forecasts are projecting a staggering 120 million passengers to go through the Denver airport over the next 20 years. So revamping Pena Boulevard has become essential for the airport's sustained success, according to the CEO, Phil Washington. I have great news because me and my team have put together the ultimate relocation guide that is meant to save you hours of research. And here's the thing, it's completely free. Yeah, who doesn't love free? And I hope you find it helpful. So here's the scoop. Flatirons Construction got just over $50 million for this contract to expand, revamp, and introduce new ramps along that 11-mile stretch. Key features are going to include a dedicated bus lane, revamped Jackson Street Gap interchange, improved bicycle and pedestrian pathways, all aimed at enhancing the connectivity and traffic flow in that area. But not everybody was on board. In fact, there were 3 council members that voted no to oppose the plan. They wanted to instead allocate that money towards bolstering the RTD A-line services, which link to the Downport Airport. Here's the bottom line with these first 2 topics for this video. Okay, so the airport renovation is actually almost complete in 2024. It's been slowly being renovated over the last couple years. And now for topic number 2, the construction of Pena Boulevard is just about to begin. During this construction time, basically every time I travel to and from the airport for the next 3 years, between the times when my daughter is 1 and 4 years old, I will be going up and over the city using Highway 470 to avoid that main stretch of Pena Boulevard. But there's just no getting around that last stretch going straight east, because that's the only way to get there, unless you have a private helicopter, which I actually haven't sold enough houses to be able to afford one of those yet. And with that, I do want to remind you that I am a licensed realtor here in Denver, Colorado. So if you have questions about relocating to the city, or if you have questions about anything to do with living here or real estate, I would be happy to be a resource for you so that I can help make your options very clear. That way you are in control of the right decisions for your family. My info is going to be linked right here on screen, so reach out to me anytime and I'm happy to help. Now let's dive into the third topic for this video. The city of Denver is exploring changes happening to the Cherry Creek Mall. It's an outdoor mall downtown if you've never been there. So if you're relocating and you're not as familiar with the area, let's show this on the screen, but there's an outdoor mall with lots of fancy shopping and nice restaurants. This is called the 16th Street Mall. It's a pedestrian transit mall, downtown Denver, and it's about 1.25 miles long. It runs along 16th Street, downtown Denver, from Wawata Street at Union Station all the way down to the intersection of 16th Avenue and Broadway at the Civic Center station. So here's the renovations that are happening in 2024 with 3 distinct phases, and these are going to bring fresh new looks and an experience to this area of the city. Phase 1 actually started 2 years ago in 2022. So phase 1 kicked off with reconstruction of the transit way, which runs kind of right down the middle. And that laid the groundwork for more buildings and restaurants and shops around it to have more space to be renovated. Phase 2, which is happening right now, is the reconstruction is continuing and they're focusing on enhancing all those adjacent areas of the mall, removing the block fences, getting everything ready to rock and roll. And this phase is already debuted in some areas, and there's more trendy boutiques that are up, there's fancy eateries, cultural hotspots. It's made the whole area more modern and more fun. Phase 3 is anticipated to be complete by next summer, that's 2025, and that's when the final touches are going to be added, the completing of the transformation of the 16th Street Mall renovation. So this is basically when it's all supposed to be done. Visitors can expect to discover a vibrant mix of established brands, local artisans, entertainment venues, which is going to create a really cool dynamic down there for people like me who live here and for tourists who love to visit this city. A personal favorite of mine down there on the 16th Street Mall is called Citizen Rail. This is a restaurant that we love. The food, the service, the vibes, they're all really, really good. In fact, Lizzie and I just went there a couple weeks ago for our 10-year anniversary. Yeah, you could say the relationship is getting very serious. We stayed down there at the Maven Hotel, which is around the corner in the Milk District, and then it's just a short walk over to the 16th Street Mall, where there's a lot of great restaurants just like Citizen Rail. Now let's head up further downtown Denver to the RiNo District, River North. My office, 8Z Real Estate, is located right here in River North, just across the street from Barcelona Wine Company. For reference, this is about a 15-minute walk northeast from Coors Field. Now, if you go about a mile north from there, from my office, from Barcelona Wine Company, there is a brand new building called River One North, and it is set to welcome its first residences this spring in 2024. All the residences there are going to be rentals, so if you can't afford to buy a house yet, or if you just want to rent and live in RiNo for a year, then take a look at this wild, brand new building. Nestled in the heart of Denver's vibrant River North neighborhood, a groundbreaking project that's been taking shape since 2021 is called One River North Residences, and it's almost done. This building is designed by the renowned MAD architects from Beijing, and they did this in collaboration with Denver's own Davis Partnership. So this architectural marvel will literally redefine the cityscape in this part of town. So what sets One River North apart from other buildings? Obviously, its striking design, it's crazy looking, and it features a towering structure with a carved out 4-story core, which resembles a slot canyon. It's dope. It's got over 13,000 square feet of water elements and landscaping that will adorn the building, which is going to create this oasis vibe in the middle of the urban jungle that RiNo really is. There's going to be 3 levels of underground parking, 16 stories of living spaces above. It's 187 residential units. There's also going to be 9,000 square feet of ground floor retail space, which will bring convenience to residences and visitors like me. in the same. A 1-bedroom there is going to run you about $2,100 a month, and a 2-bedroom is going to run you about $3,300 a month. It's really not that expensive overall. Honestly, I was expecting the prices to be a lot higher than this, but right now on their website, there are units available to rent this spring 2024. Also, they're going to have some pretty cool amenities. There's a really nice pool and a waterfall, rooftop terraces, and open spaces. And this is going to offer residents a sanctuary amid the hustle and bustle of the city life. So if you end up renting an apartment there and we become friends, let me know, because I don't have a pool at my house and I would love to bring my kids over and we can hang out at your place. So wrapping up this section, if you don't need a big house and you really just kind of want to rent and feel things out for a year while you check out the city to see which part of town you want to end up in, that's not a bad idea, especially if you can deal with apartment living for a year or so while you get to know the lay of the land. Side note, from here, you can easily walk to Mission Ballroom, which is Denver's greatest, newest venue. It opened up just a couple of years ago. It's a 4,000 cap room. Lizzie and I went here and saw the 20-year anniversary show for Transatlanticism by Death Cab for Cutie. Oh, it was such a good show. And then the Postal Service played their one and only record. It was epic, really was. And this summer, we're going to see one of my all-time favorite bands in June, Taking Back Sunday. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Seriously, Mission Ballroom, other than Red Rocks, might be my favorite place to go see shows now in Denver. And now, the last big change coming to Denver in 2024 for this video is this. Brand new uniforms are coming to Broncos country in 2024. Yeah, so for the first time since 1997, the Broncos will reveal a new uniform set announced by the president, Damani Leach, in March 2024. That was just last month. So as you can see, there's just a teaser of the new logo out right now. And if you know me, you know that I don't actually follow sports too closely, but from what I can gather, this is probably just the Broncos trying to divert the attention away from the greatest flop in franchise history with that quarterback they just dropped, who was supposed to be a really big deal, Russell Wilson. And by the way, he just sold his house for $21.5 million in Cherry Hills Village. He took a $3.5 million loss on the purchase from 2 years prior, which tracks with his ability to lead his team to losses consistently. So for all you Broncos fans out there, cheers to a brand new look and hopefully to a new quarterback who knows how to move the chains. All right, that's going to do it for this episode. 5 big changes coming to Denver in 2024. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you can stay informed with everything that's happening in and around Denver. I really, really appreciate it. Again, all of my info is going to be linked in the notes. So if you have questions about anything here in Denver, specifically if you're relocating here or if you're thinking about making a move within Denver, I would love to be a helpful guide for you to make all of your options extremely clear so that you know you're making the right move for you and your family. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.